Hey, this is Ben from the Bad Decisions crew. Need y'all to do me a big favor. Now, if y'all already hear my voice, that means you on the Kelly J TV. So what I need y'all to do is go down there, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. So when she's live, you can get on there and be active in the comments. She will always see your comments. She will even put them on the show, and we'll talk about them. Let's hear your opinion.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kelly J, and I'm straight from the D. Ain't nobody in my section going harder than me. Ain't no waiting for the top, cause I'm steady climbing the tree. Pleasant Grove to Oak Cliff, yeah, you know where we be. This is my show, and I got it under control. Podcast to interviews, yeah, we doing it all. Got the tea for whoever, ain't no Lipton involved. So when you got it poppin', girl, you know who to call. I'm the realest of the real, I'm just stating the facts. I got it out the mud, and I put the team on the back. Try to tell me I could never, so I did it and laugh. You know it's my turn, yeah. Kelly J on the map, y'all.
What up, what up, what up, y'all? I ain't gonna lie, I really want to run that song back one more time because I don't know what it is about that intro, but every time I hear it, I get a little crunk, a little bit hyper, and I can't wait because next season we're gonna be having a new intro to Brotha and more. So, yeah, I'm a little hyped tonight. I don't even know why. Hell, it's 8:06 and I'm acting like it's early in the morning, but welcome back to another episode of Brotha. Oh, wait. Let me move. Welcome back to another episode of Brotha.
There we go, Mimi.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. Whoa. Get it together, Throats. Get it together.
Wait a minute. Never.
You've been hanging out with me too long.
I'm gonna just go ahead and roll out one.
Look, I would say it sounds like an X-rated joke in the background. I didn't hear it.
Listen, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna let that one slide. For the first time, I was gonna let one slide.
Yeah, but it's you. We can't.
For the first time, I was gonna let one slide.
One of you was gonna let it slide.
You right, because one of us was gonna say that's what he said. But you know we don't ever do this show by ourselves, brother. You already know we got Boss Man being in the building. We got Big E, the bodyguard, and y'all already know we get love not just here in Texas, y'all. We don't just have that Texas love. We got that Cali love with my girl KT.
What up? Solid.
Oh, wait. We gotta hear. Do it one more time. Say it for me.
Solid.
Hey, solid. Y'all already know when y'all see that word up on the screen, we got Kelly in the building. So y'all already know. Make sure y'all show love to Raw Conversations as well. Brother.
Hey, KJ.
Huh?
You got somebody else in the building.
I do. Running.
The famous homie is sitting right next to me.
Oh, the famous homie, the big boy politicking, Ronnie.
What's the motherfucking deal?
What up?
More of that Cali love.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking on this Cali good, talking this Cali shit.
Oh,
What's
shit.
happening?
He about to cut up. Oh, shit.
Hey, listen, tonight's show, we is freestyling it all the way. Let me tell y'all something. I went back because I was telling Brother, I was like, we got to end the show this season out because I want us to like revamp, do some more stuff for the new year, all of that. So I started counting up the shows, how many we have done. Tonight makes 23 shows in since Brother started before the summer. Give it a round clock.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
23 shows. We're going to close it out next week. We're going to close out season 1 of Brother next week. I should say September. November 17th. It's been a long week. November 17th, we're closing out season 1 of Brother. And we're closing it out with a topic about the shit we see on TV.
Yeah. It should bring us into the new season nicely.
Definitely.
Everything next year gonna change so much.
Oh yeah, everything next year is gonna be something.
South Park is still legal. I'm just saying.
Right, South Park, man, say, brother.
They can't touch the Simpsons though. They can't touch the Simpsons.
No, brother, I'm sorry. I can actually watch the Simpsons, laugh along with the Simpsons, but these last few episodes I've been seeing of South Park done really had me like, what?
Make your jaw drop.
It was this Zimmerman episode we was watching.
Yeah.
And you know, Token is the black kid, right?
Yeah, I think I seen it. Or you told me about it. I think I seen it where we
talked on it though.
Yeah. Yeah, where he got away once. He yeah. He got away as long as they thought he was black.
Listen, Cartman went around and he ended up, so long story short, what like the parts that like really fucked with me from this whole episode. The first part was seeing Zimmerman, and then like Cartman ended up dressing up as a black kid, and so the cops ended up shooting him till they realized he was actually white. And then oh my God, you can't shoot the white kid. Oh, this, that, and the third, right? So then Cartman like makes a circle around him because he done got told that, you know, the only way you can stand your ground now is if somebody is in your space. So he makes a circle around him, tricks Token, because this whole time he's been like making this whole ordeal about Token being black, right? Tells Token to come and give him a fist pump. Now I'm thinking, oh, this fist will be a whole kumbaya moment. Why the fuck? The moment Token gets in this fool's circle, he shoots him.
Fired off on his ass.
Like literally, like boom.
Like, damn.
Like my eyes went big, my mouth dropped. I couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And
But they raw with it.
Really on TV?
Yeah. But that's what they gotta do. They gotta push that agenda.
Oh, listen, we got so much more with South Park. Listen, we gonna save that though for next week's episode. But just so y'all know, that's kind of how the conversation gonna go. You know, we just trying to, you know, let y'all know what's up. But we done had a lot of great episodes this season. Big shout out to the Cali Peeps, because y'all have been on a lot of our shows. We truly thank y'all.
For sure.
We love it.
For sure.
So, brother,
what up?
How you feeling over there?
You know, I'm always Gucci.
Hey.
Just sitting back, relaxing. I told you I almost caught me this daylight saving stuff. Got me taking old man naps and stuff.
Do Cali get daylight savings? Because I just found out Arizona don't.
Nah, everywhere don't do it.
Daylight savings.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
No, we do. We do.
Oh, okay. So wait, if we ever have with the daylight savings, do we ever match up to y'all? No.
Nah.
Never.
Oh,
nah.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Never.
That'll
never happen. You guys can't match up to us. It's just not possible.
You're right.
Here we go. Them sound like some little slugs.
Why not just say that? Will always be better.
Like that.
You know how we do it in Texas, man. Everything bigger. Everything big out here. So you know that's why we got all these migrants coming out here now.
Right. And it's
got a point.
Cali people are coming here.
Yo, Texas is my second home off top. So I don't want to play. I ain't playing about that.
You know, you stepping out of it, huh?
Mad love.
I'm just saying. Man, say, listen, Cali was so much like Dallas. I was just like, Jeez.
Like, I heard Mo 3 than I heard Nipsey. Right?
Thanks. Right. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, like, that was because he had just passed though.
Man, he been dead 2 years.
Right, brother. No, this was like B-Mom. It was this year.
We was playing.
Oh yeah.
Right. We was playing. They had Mo 3. It was a dude on a motorcyclist. He was a motorcyclist, and he was playing, bagging the hell out of it too. Because I'm just come outside.
Yes, it's always been like that though. LA, it don't play its own rappers' music. LA play everybody else's shit. So the key to LA rappers having success is you got to go out of state and lock up those fans out of state, hot out of state. And once LA see everybody else playing you, then they gonna play you. LA wasn't playing Nipsey until he dropped his last studio album. Like, didn't nobody listen to Nipsey?
That's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Victory Lap came out. Then he finally got, other people. He was think about who he was fucking with around that time. He was fucking with Jay-Z. He was fucking with P. Diddy. He was fucking with Rick Ross. He was fucking with all those dudes on the East Coast. So once Meek Mill, once he got hot on the East Coast, the West Coast jumped on it after. That's how we do everything. We always wait till all the other coasts get popping, and then we jump on the bandwagon. That's how it is.
But I don't like the way that sound though.
That's true.
No,
it's
I
true.
know.
That's how it is.
That sound like some following.
It is some following shit.
But yeah, that's how it is here too. It's the same. We don't fool. A lot of people wasn't fooling with Mo 3 before he passed away.
Yeah.
It's Hollywood out here.
That's true. Definitely.
It's Hollywood. It's a Hollywood culture in LA. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever's hot. So they're not gonna support the nigga that's up and coming, that's grinding out his trunk like Nipsey was until he hot. Nipsey got robbed of a Grammy by Cardi B. So then everybody started fucking with him after that. And then when he died, he just exploded. His stardom just took off. But that's how it is out here in LA. LA is front running.
Yeah.
Because I already said Dallas ain't gonna support me till I'm everywhere. So I ain't tripping. I know my city. I know how it's ran here. So I ain't. Right. I'll go get my name out in Cali, head over to New York, head down to wherever I gotta go, put my name in every place that everybody can reach me. Hell, go overseas, be in Greece, Italy, Paris, and everybody can know me. And once Dallas finally know me, that's when I'll be like, yeah, my city finally see it.
Well, KJ, take Cali off the list. You already got that love. That's why.
That's that. What?
What it do? That's that silence.
Look, we gotta have Mo. Oh, Big E say he gotta have Mo.
Definitely. You don't stop. Don't stop.
So, like, do y'all agree with that though? Do you really feel that it should be you have to go out of your zone? Like, I hate the fact that I can't make a name here in my city and put everybody I want and I know and I'm connected to right now on.
Well, I
took my same drive that I have here, went out there with them and killed the shit.
That's how it is with most artists.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just about the name you make it yourself. The team behind you gotta want it more than you damn near want it for yourself.
Yeah.
Reason being, the nights you have where you be ready to quit, the mornings you have when you contemplate how to do this shit, or even if it's even working, all the backdrop and shit, when the moments when you by yourself, only in your head, but then you look up and realize the same struggles that you're trying to get by, we be forcing you through. That's what moves shit around.
Right.
Your drive is always gonna be what drives us. But see, when we get motivated to keep your drive up.
I mean, it ain't just your geographical location either. It's just period. Like when you're doing something creative or even, entrepreneurial or anything like that, people, you would think, let's say for instance, that you dropped an online clothing store or online store or something like that. You would think that your first 20 customers is going to be your mama, your daddy, right, your cousin, your brothers, your son, everybody that love you. You would think your first 20 customers for sure is going to be them. It ain't like that. Your family is the ones that don't support you. So once you come to that reality and face that and get over the little hurt about that, and realize that you don't go after people, you go after other people. So once other people start fucking with you, unfortunately, that's when your family gonna start fucking with you. For instance, on my podcast, before the pandemic opened up again and you were able to go outside, we wasn't doing media. So, I was just consistently putting out podcasts every week, 2 or 3 a week sometime, and, getting the little people to tap in. Once they see me on the same stage as a Ray J or Big U or, Nene Leaks or, all these celebrities, that corrupt that I'm running into, then it's, oh, bro, you doing your thing, you doing big things. Or you're only saying that because the person that's standing next to me. I've been doing big things. So, you know what I'm saying? People front run. You can't depend on people that fuck with you or even follow you on social media to be your audience or your customer base. It's everybody else. Then those people are gonna fall in line.
Yeah. But I have a question for y'all. And you saying that, I have a question for everybody. So how do you feel being in that position? And KJ, with you saying that you want to be basically global, international, and all of that. How would you feel being in that position? And now the same people who was right in front of your face now want to give you attention because of who you standing next to and because of who you working. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, that's what I got Big E for. That's what I got Big E for. I have I'll say, hey, what's up? I'm always gonna be my genuine self.
Right.
I can truly say that. But for me to want to build something at that point, we'll have to just see where I'm at that point.
It's a physical screening process.
Right.
And I do mean physical.
Because you're going to have to understand the person I am. I can honestly say, if anybody ever want to work with me at this point, you got to understand the person I am. If you can't understand that, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
I don't mean no bad decisions. This is life or death. It's life here.
Right.
You got to understand this that I do over hers. It's not just her. That's everybody that's in the crew. It ain't just the bodyguard tag ain't just for show.
Oh.
I really gets down like that.
Yeah, no, it's not. We really scared in real life, y'all. We really scared in real life, for real. I know I'm in Cali, but I've met the man, so.
But yeah, I've had some people who've hit me up recently. Even when I came out there for the BET, I had some people who I had never heard from hit me up. And some of them gave encouraging words. Some of them was asking for money. I had to cut some people off during that time because I had to realize jealousy was real. So I had people who I thought were my friends not happy for me. I had I got to see people true colors.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I was on a show. I was doing fucking media. You know what I'm saying? That was a big opportunity for me. It was, and I still appreciate it. Still talk about it to this day. However, I got to see a lot of people true colors during that time just off of that.
We talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was those same people that weren't in your corner to begin with always had something negative to say about the situation or whatever you was trying to do with yourself. Once they start seeing you doing big things and start making good money, they gonna come around. They gonna come to you and be like, "Can you help me out? Can you do this? Can you do that?" And we were talking about that. It's you just have to handle them in a different manner.
But see, I think most people don't believe in you until you prove them wrong, pretty much.
Wrong.
Feed them with 100%.
Yeah, you just have to. You can still be yourself.
Yeah.
But as far as going out your way for them, you just have to handle them a certain way.
Come out your way for me.
Right.
Or don't use them at all. I'm sorry. I feel a little differently. It's kind of stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in the audience, stay in the audience. Audience members are still needed for everything, large or small. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good with my circle. I'm good with the people I fool with. If you genuine, you're gonna be around. It don't mean talking every day, but if you genuine, that person is gonna know you're genuine and you support what they got going on. But I'm not with the today I'm with you and tomorrow I'm not with you. Like
Right.
I'm cool on all of that. And that's not even no love lost though.
At all.
Hugs, I'm not fucking with you.
No kisses and hugs.
I'm just gonna charge you.
No kisses and hugs and fuck you.
I didn't say that. That was the favorite song.
Yes, no kisses and hugs and double fuck you.
Right.
Give a kiss and a hug.
Ronnie, can you put that on the shirt? We need that on the shirt.
That is tight. I'm gonna put that shit on the
His
shirt.
mouth is
We
wet.
need that on the shirt. We need that on the shirt. For sure. But no, I mean that's just how I kind of see things. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I think the hardest part for me was having to say I have to cut back on certain things I was doing prior to me even coming to the BET. Like when I even put the news out about it to like, because before I posted it on social media, I told like my close family and friends because I was that excited. I wanted to post it on social media, but I wanted to just celebrate, celebrate the moment, celebrate the news, celebrate my ass for fixing to go to California, shit.
Right,
right. So that was like the major thing for me. And then knowing I was listening to be in being in the realm and, just all of that, I knew what that entailed. And I was nervous, but I was nervous because I wanted to make sure I was doing everything right into the book. And, I was still being me in the process. And so during that time, I told some friends who I was really close with, and what I thought as far as a celebration I would have gotten, I didn't. Instead, I got all the negative. And it was like, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, miss me with this. Can we say congratulations, But it made me say I have to step back. And when I start having certain type of dreams, that really makes me say I got to step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them dreams became like, woo, like felt like reality for me. And I just, after seeing the dreams, I was like, I'm just keep my distance.
Yeah, them dreams will let you know if you need to take a step back and move around.
Yeah. They've always been my son.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to them.
I be trying to, and I be like, now I'm awake. That's good.
Yeah, you be confused.
Right. I'm like, how the fuck?
Who the hell is that person?
Like, man. Then when it started happening, you were like, whoa, wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whoa. Man. I pay attention to them deja vu moments. I be like, wait a minute. I remember something happened.
Yeah, I be trying to see what's my next plan of action.
Right. Like if I gotta play this right, cause
yeah, let me see my surroundings. Cause real time.
I see shit with my kids.
Man.
They be like, Daddy, come on, can we go out here? I'm like, stop running. Why? I said, yeah, that's why. Car be coming by.
Man.
So I caught DJ by his face yesterday. I was playing on the damn stairs. Going up the stairs and shit, trying to look back. I just so happened to look back. When he was looking back, he tripped over and slipped, and then we hit his face and just stuck my hand there. He caught him by his face.
He got a curve stomped his ass on.
Literally.
Damn. Let's say, he was like, why you grab my face? Next time I'm going to let the step grab it.
Right. But saying they don't give.
No.
There's concrete and brick and steel.
No.
Look, man, the mugs echo if you step on them too long.
So I'm gonna run some of the topics we did this season.
But nigga, I was 14 on this.
I'm gonna run some of the topics we did this season, and some of them were mainly just questions and all of that. So I'm gonna ask y'all as well, run it back for everybody. Let's see what we say now, okay? So our very first episode was, what does it mean to really love yourself? What does it mean to really love yourself?
Well, for me, that means completely knowing who you are and what you are about, and not letting anything anybody alter that because of some words.
Okay. Okay.
There ain't nothing that nobody can do to tell you what's best for you. They can make a suggestion, but your life is your life. Be comfortable with what you do every day on the daily. You accept you for you, whether it's got to be changes you got to make, or you accept whatever it is for whatever it is day to day. As long as you live with you in your skin and you can look in the mirror every morning, then that's truly loving yourself. It ain't about what you get and what people give you. It's about what you feel when you wake up in the morning and when you lay down at night. The choices are going to be choices. Decisions are going to be decisions. Life is going to happen. But are you satisfied with you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a little bit different for me.
All right. What up?
When it comes to loving myself, it starts with me. Like, I'm going to be hella selfish about me. Like, I'm going to come first before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the majority of my life, I've always been looking out for other people. I haven't really looked very much for myself. So, like, this is the first time that I'm, like, taking a step back and focusing on me and loving me. Yeah, I started going shopping. I started, you know what I'm saying? It sounds very female, but I went shopping. I did all this stuff for me, not nobody else, just me. Went and got manicures, pedicures, all this shit. Like,
Amen.
You worried about me. You know, I wasn't worried about the next person.
Right.
So it started with me. Like, nobody can tell me anything different about me, regardless of how you feel about it.
Okay.
For me, it would be determining what your standards are, what your boundaries are. Not settling when it comes to your purpose, your passion, not settling when it comes to a relationship, rather it be an intimate relationship or a friendship. Just knowing what works for you. When you know who you are and you know what you give in these situations, you should never expect or settle for anything less. Lights out for that. Love you, but we on two different paths at this point. So I think that plays a huge part.
Okay. Ronnie or brother?
Yeah. That one really hit me. Obviously there's no right or wrong answer to this question, but I'm gonna take a different approach. Love, talking about what love is and what love is defined as, going back, you know, and I'm not the most religious person, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be all preachy and shit. I cuss motherfucker, but you know what I mean? But going to the scriptures, you know, when they say God is love, you feel me? And you know, people always get it twisted on what being a Christian is, quote unquote. Oh man, I gotta be perfect. I gotta follow all these commandments, and all that is cool. But being a Christian is being Christ-like, and Christ didn't put everyone above himself. Christ didn't give a fuck about him. He walked around in a raggedy ass robe with some fucked up flip-flops, and he went around feeding everybody and caring about everybody first.
And he wasn't judgmental.
And he wasn't judgmental, but Christ fucked with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So being an acts of service, giving acts of service to the community, you know, I feel the brother that just said he been doing for everybody, and I feel like that too. But I feel like I've accepted that. I've got some acceptance, and I love that about myself. And I feel even if I don't get my blessing or my reward for it down here, the next life I will. And that's just who I am. So I love that about myself, that I prided myself on being like that and following Christ in that matter and being an act of service to everybody around me. And, you know, hopefully I'll see that one day. But I love it. I love that about myself. I really wouldn't change it. So I kind of agree with everybody in a sense, because self-acceptance and, you know, just loving yourself like that. I love who I am, and every day I could wake up and look in the mirror and be proud of who I am. So, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I say that's everybody saying the same thing, and everybody pretty much come to a common agree. You have to be okay with you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm the same way you are, like, Ronnie. I get enjoyment out of helping other people. That I've been like that my whole life.
Right.
So as when I can't help somebody else, that's when I get down.
Right.
You know, so it's like even somebody asked me, if you won the lottery, what you gonna do? Probably help everybody.
Right. Exactly.
Like I would probably put me $1 million or $2 million up in the bank somewhere and everything else. Yeah, here y'all go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You
And let
know.
me say, y'all, brother has always said that, okay? He is not lying. He done said how he get a land, put houses on there for us. Out like he not lying, okay? He telling the truth.
Yeah, because I feel like Ben said, he never experienced looking out for him. I
Yeah.
did all of that. Like I had some real selfish years, but I still wasn't selfish. Like I took care of my mama. I sent my sister and them money. I did all of that kind of stuff, but I was also able to go shopping, go buy the shoes I wanted to do, go buy the car that I want. I was able to do that. If I said I want to go get this truck, I'm gonna go get that truck.
But that makes you unselfish though, because before you talked about anything you did for yourself, you talked about what you did for your mom, for this person, for that person, what you did for everybody else. And that's the part that kind of bothers me about this topic, because when you're somebody who is naturally a giver, when you do some shit for yourself that you know you deserve, after you done already did everything for everybody else, for some reason you feel some form of guilt.
Yeah,
Yes.
guilty about it. Now,
Or you,
Nah,
guilt, or you look at it a little bit differently. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never felt guilty about what I did because it is always like I have in my head, okay, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do. So once I take care of you, once I look out for you, I'm gonna get what I said I was gonna get.
Right.
And I don't feel no kind of way about because I said this was what I was gonna get. I don't care if it take me 15 years, but once I'm gonna get what I said I'm gonna get.
So that's not labeled selfish. That's
Nah.
just another word for that. I'm just saying.
The thing of it is that us as men, we're givers like that. Like, I mean, just ask yourself, you ever gave your man a gift and he be sitting there looking at you or like looking off into space like he don't know what the hell to say? Because we don't know.
He ain't used to accepting nothing.
Yeah, we don't even know if the thank you should be enough. Like, thank you, man. That's all. Yeah, that's what else? I don't know. That's how we are. We wired like that. Like, we simple. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. But when it boils down to it, we really don't feel no guilt about the stuff that we get or what we do. It's the stuff that after we do something, it's always that last step for somebody like, dang, man, I need this. Like, shit, you got to hit me up right then or a few minutes before, man, I would have had it, but I ain't got it right now. Right.
Right.
Though it's not a lasting, lingering effect, it's still something that's a thought in the mind, though. And then what we doing, if we come up on it, like any extras or we can't come up on it, like, hey, you still need that? That's because we like that.
Yeah, I'm a team. I like my team to show out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want everybody to pull up and look nice, not just me. You know, because that to me that don't say much. That's just saying you can take care of yourself.
Well, bro, come on out there so you can see us show out.
Brother say we get out.
I know y'all show out. I see the pictures.
Right, you gotta see the videos. It's the videos that tell it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I will say, I might. My partner was trying to talk me to go into Fort Worth this weekend, so that might happen.
Whoa.
Look, just clear your just clear your weekend for New Year's.
Man, you know me, I gotta make money first, and then I can think about doing some other stuff. But
I'm on the lookout for the lookout. So just New Year's, just keep it open. Just keep open minded about it.
Keep an open mind for New Year's.
I got you.
That mean you too, KT.
That mean you too, Ronnie.
Did I say Texas trip? Sure. Come
Yes,
on, we will.
Texas trip. Yes, come.
Come on.
Come.
Yeah.
Wait, do it get cold in Cali during the Christmas time? Because we may need to make a switch that.
It don't get cold here. Shit.
No, it don't. It don't get cold till like January to February.
Most of shirts and basketball shorts on Christmas. And then the next fucking
I don't know, not these last few years. These last few years, they've been getting us.
Yeah, they have.
That ain't been cold until January, February.
For sure.
Yeah, real talk.
I got the Christmas pictures from last year. My kids outside in the grass, not the snow.
You know, like last year, we had a whole bunch of 80 degrees, 75 degree days, and then it's that one day that's like 29 degrees. It's like, damn. I literally had on basketball shorts yesterday.
Like for Christmas Eve would be like 30. And then some point in the night, at 4 o'clock, 7. It's hot in the bitch and I turn the heat on.
It's just like before we had that snowstorm last year.
Man,
The day before the snowstorm, it was 75 degrees.
so nice.
It was
And
nice.
then I was at work and the goddamn doors started freezing. I'm like,
That's why everybody, it ain't gonna do all of that. They ain't gonna do nothing.
That's all we said. It ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I got sliding doors at the hotel, so that shit was blowing, the rain was blowing back at the door, and that shit went from like 70, 40, 15. Like, what the fuck?
It didn't no gradual drop. It just plummeted.
I had to shut the doors off and push them hoes open.
And then people be talking about, I don't understand why I'm getting sick. Hell, this damn weather.
Well, all the different changes.
Look. My mama always told me, God damn it, in the season you supposed to have a check, you better put that motherfucker on.
Right.
You take it off and it get hot, but then when it get cold, your ass better have it.
But Cali will get you too though with that day to night. It can be 80, 90 degrees and then drop down to 50, 60.
That's true. It's cold out here right now.
Yes. Listen, that was the one thing I did learn. If you're going to wake up and just keep your jacket with you.
Yeah, you gotta have one in the car.
It definitely got cool. It was nice, but I got cold. I was like, wait a minute. I needed to bring some more clothes.
That's coming off that water.
They can walk around and not sweat.
Okay. I like what everybody did say. Let's see. The next topic.
Wait, CJ, I wanted your take on what you felt.
What does it mean to really love yourself?
Like I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Honestly, I have learned in loving myself, just stay true to me. Be who I am with all 5 personalities. Show them off proudly. If I like a girl, I like her. If just be me, and being me has taught me to love every inch of me, which in turn makes me love myself. So yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, stay true to you pretty much. So the next topic we talked on was, why do people cheat?
Because they want to.
Let's see, everybody view still the same because they want to, right? Is everybody still the same on that? Because they want to.
But it's still the same thing. People can get pushed to making decisions that's not for the group.
Man, look, let's go ahead. Look, stop watering it down. We just gonna
watering it down.
We just gonna go ahead and say it. If the top and the bottom is bad, somebody gonna do it as good. I'm just telling you. You can't look. You can have good top and bad bottom. Or you can have great bottom and bad top. But either way, somebody gonna feel the void. Now, what you can do, go into self-training. You can go into group training.
Training is always best.
Group training. Oh, see, look, you hear that? Group training is best.
Yeah, because you can learn from more than one person.
That's true.
It's a group. Oh shit. Anyway, well, see that's a whole other thing.
And then
There's
there's
a group.
Yeah. No, what I was talking about was just the group of
partnering up.
Mouth, throat, face, balls, dick, that shit. That's the group.
Hey, however you have to learn, you have to learn.
But the group, okay, now if everybody giving lessons, then yeah, it's a community effort. But I'm just saying. And of course, all of it is tied into how you feel about the person, even if you won't talk about them.
Everything can be taught.
Everything can be taught.
Listening and following instructions.
So why do people cheat? Because they want to. That is it, and that is all today.
It unfulfilled.
And don't be lying on your wee-wee.
Or your poo-poo.
Or your throat.
Or your throat. Or your tongue.
Yeah.
Don't be lying on that shit.
Oh God.
So then after we talked about why do people cheat because they want to, the next question was, what do men want? Wait, let me change it. What in the hell do men want when a woman is all they need? No, I'm joking. no. It was just
Simplicity.
It was what do men want?
Simplicity.
Just sum it up. Listen more than you talk.
Ronnie, what do men want?
What do men want as far as in life or in what subject?
Let's start with relationships with the woman. What do men want?
I mean, it's really not a generalized question because so many different men are different. So, I may not want what the next man want or may not want. So it's hard to kind of generalize that because men are really different. You know what I'm saying? Especially of this era, man. Like men want different things, but on a generalized tip, I think all men would like a loyal woman, a woman that they can trust, that is not going to do anything to harm them, and if they need or if they're in some type of trouble, if they need anything, that the woman's going to be there. So first and foremost, we want loyalty in that, and then of course, if we have kids, a good mother. Every man wants a good mother to the kids, somebody that could run the household, and that doesn't mean stay at home in the traditional sense of not working and doing all the cooking and cleaning, but regardless of who's the breadwinner, of course, the woman can run the household in that sense of taking that stress off the man for the little things. Of course, the man is, the breadwinner, I guess, quote unquote, and the king of the house. But, the woman of the house is a very, very important piece. So, it's hard to say on a generalized level more than that because every man likes different things in women for me.
Yeah. There's most certainly 1,000 different levels to everything you want. 1,000 different levels. But the most common, the most thing, is loyalty. And that depends on how far loyalty actually goes. But like I said, you gotta be the lock and safe, man. You gotta be everything that we can't let out nowhere else that you're not supposed to see. When you see it or hear it, it's got to become part of the safe of things that you'll never mention, speak of, or even think about. It's already tough enough being just us. No signs of weakness, no forms of backing down. Everything's got to be exactly what it is when we first do it most of the time. We often don't get second chances to do a lot of shit. Shit fall through, back start bending. I feel like we can't stand up. In order to be that same support, you got to be that same level of loyalty, and you got to have that same amount of trust. Otherwise, you're just another person there.
Well, Biggie always be coming through with them words.
Dropping them
gems. Right. So then we started talking on why we were headed to Cali. We talked about YOLO, versus saving? Do you choose to YOLO it or say fuck it and go?
YOLO it.
Yeah, I was in grind mode before this.
Wait, break it down, KJ. Break it down. I'm lost.
Not gonna lie, we YOLO the hell out our Cali trip.
The whole Cali trip was YOLO.
Kind of like played it by ear, like that.
Listen,
you only live once.
you only live once.
We was out there getting the deal.
Listen, we like the
See,
hustle before
this is what
Cali.
it was. We hustled our butts off
Literally.
to try to before Cali, right? You know, some things happen, situations arise to where it looked like we weren't gonna make it to Cali.
Right.
And then I was like, fuck it, we going to Cali one way or the other. I'm gonna make this shit happen.
Oh shoot.
Like, hey, if we don't even make it to Cali and just get halfway there and can't make it, at
least we can say we went.
At least we tried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nah, we getting you to Cali. Like, no questions asked. We doing this. This is
like, and let me say, y'all, these men put in hours. Well, like you did what? E did 100. How many? It was a hell of a lot of hours. Like a lot of hours that we all put in. Like I even got in on Uber. We all put in on hours to make sure we could go. We knew, and like I had said, I was like, fuck it, we're not going. Like if it come around again, we'll go at that point. We'll be prepared at that point. And they were both like, nah, we going. And it was nothing but like literally YOLO.
Like literally the whole trip, I wasn't worried about getting into the BET Awards. I wasn't worried about getting into none of that shit.
Yeah.
As long as she got in there. Yeah. I wasn't worried about it. I got her there so she can do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
It ain't about me.
Yeah.
So if we have to drop you off at the event and pull up somewhere, walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard, that's what the fuck we gonna do. It's just you call me. And that's
right.
That's what the fuck we did.
Yeah.
So like, as long as she made it there, that was it. We can always
y'all definitely did that. Y'all absolutely did that. And I just want to say, like,
cause what, like, as soon as we got there, we dropped the stuff off at the hotel, and we met up with y'all at LA Live.
Right.
Like, we hadn't even slept. We got in the hotel room, changed clothes, and was back out the door.
Yeah.
I'm not KJ. I ain't even gonna lie. Like when we talked about it on this end, outside of talking to y'all and mingling with y'all when y'all came out, it was literally like, damn, they really did that. Like they really like, cause it was conversation. You know what I'm saying? And everything we had to do to make it happen. But it was like, you know, you're not used to people really just like actually coming off the cliff,
through.
actually coming through with it, like following through with it. So that was definitely all love, but you definitely got to give us a chance to do that again, because I feel like that experience wasn't justified. That's just my opinion.
Listen, we're definitely gonna come back. We've already said it, but this time we're gonna be well prepared. This time we're doing the saving. Now what we can say is now we're saving. So we won't YOLO it the next go round. Mm-hmm. We're being prepared ahead of time. Prepared ahead of time, Lord Jesus. But yeah, like
apparently I need to stock up before I do that.
Yeah, right. We gotta for sure stock up. We gotta stock up. Oh Lord. Okay, so then after the YOLOing, after we YOLO'd it, we came back to Dallas and we saw some stuff on social media, and it made me ask Brotha and you know, just open up the communication with everybody about women's expectations and why men are leaving the dating world. So I ended up asking the men why men were leaving the dating world, and they shared their thoughts. So now, after 23 episodes, I'll say seasons. Look, thank God. All right, God, let me know we're gonna be in this for 23 seasons. Okay. After 23 episodes, to my fellas, number one, do y'all think women's expectations are too high? And why do y'all feel men are leaving? And of those expectations, do y'all feel that is why men are leaving the dating world?
Since that episode, a lot of shit changed. A lot of shit has stayed the same, but a lot of shit has changed.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say expectations is too high, given the amount of fuckery that be going on with fuck ass niggas. That's one.
Right.
Two, we're still leaving the dating world because there ain't nothing to it anymore. Not unless you are willing to be that. Not unless you're willing to sacrifice. And that sacrificing is not the same thing as selling. When you put that out there first, it's not the same thing as selling. But unless you're willing to sacrifice for somebody as much as they're willing to sacrifice you, which 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody willing to do that shit because nobody believes that somebody is all formed until it's just in stone that you all formed. And that shit might take 1,000 days, 1,000 miles, 1,000 years. But it takes too long for people to realize that, or for one to realize that when the other one knows.
Mm. I just want to say we got another topic.
Is at the end of the day, it's high risk, a little reward.
The upside to it ain't what it used to be no more.
That's pretty much it.
It used to be you in a relationship, or you start off talking, you start off dating, like we said last time. You dating, you talking. That don't mean you exclusive, but then you become exclusive. When you become exclusive, that means it's only you and that person, not you, that person, and what everybody else fucking think about y'all shit. The moment it becomes outside of what you and that person thinking that got going on between y'all business, that's the moment it gets fucked up. Because everybody else's opinion can't matter about some shit that's only in-house. Ain't nobody there every day, every second to hear everything happen from both sides either. Nobody is. So it's all about beating somebody to the first punch when it comes to that shit, because the first story is normally what get the weight.
Right.
In case and in turn, that shit often be fucked up. Some of it hold true, but the way it started, the way it finished, or what kept the shit going can all be missed. Because ain't nobody ever gonna incriminate themselves completely for some bullshit. When you're trying to fool somebody, then you got to keep up with a lie. And then motherfuckers waste too much time lying about shit in this part of the relationship now. We don't even make mothers don't even make it to the words. Will you marry me?
Knock it off.
They don't.
That's where the high risk comes in.
The woman don't say it and the man don't say it.
Say that again. Just one more time.
The woman don't say it, and the man don't say it. That high reward is what led to family. Why has there been a drop off of kids in general? It used to be every time a life was taken, a life was born. But when you got lives being taken in masses and not enough kids being born, the population started to get small. But yeah, this shit go way beyond just the fucking and sucking in the relationship.
Stay tuned for season 2.
Right. Right. Yeah, I see how we coming for season 2.
The shit get beyond real. We do. I mean, because at the end of the day, what can you not get out of just fucking with somebody that you can't get out of being tied with somebody?
Renee.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Why the men leading the dating world? So see, this is what I've learned on social media. So I've learned from social media that there is a difference between East Coast, West Coast, South, all the other West, Northern areas, that there are different men, even overseas, that there are different men in the world. So you a Cali man, so I'm going to ask you for the Cali men, because we got the Texas men, brother. I'm going to have you come in last. But, and even Kate, you chime in. Are women's expectations too high? And why are the men leading the dating world?
Oh, I can't answer that.
Are women's expectations too high? It's. I mean, I guess you could. I've heard a lot of this that certain women, expect way too much, and can't even give off the same of what they expect. And not going from my personal experience, but it's like, to me, everybody has their preferences. Whether I agree with their preference or not, it's a matter of, if somebody don't match up with your requirements or your preference, get it out the way in the beginning and just let them know. Don't keep them around and go out with them and play with the idea. If everybody's just upfront about what they want and what they like, I think it'll make it much easier. But people hang on to certain situations for certain things, and then knowing damn well that they don't got no interest in going forward all the way with it. So I can't tell a woman that her preferences or her expectations are too high. If that's what your expectations is, go for that and good luck with that. But men leaving the dating world, it's a funny time right now for a lot of us, because we're at a time where we on a grind and we focus on, building ourselves and building our brands and making legacies, and our kids getting grown. It's not really much time to really seriously date right now for a lot of us. So I think it's more of that, just my personal opinion on that. Women are going to be women. Women have been women since Eve. Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing different out there. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't.
Say it again, goddamn.
That
shit goddamn me saying something like that. Goddamn, all the way back to the motherfucking album, goddamn. Say it again.
You know what I'm saying? Going back to Eve, women are women. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing different. It's all the same. It's just, you gotta really I think a lot of us on both sides, we got to really, really get ourselves together. People always say heal and all these different words, but just looking yourself in the mirror and being honest with yourself and what you want, and going after exactly what you want, and don't taking no compromises from it, because if you cut corners, you're going to get some shit that look like what you want, and it ain't what you want in essence, and you're going to be mad at that shit. Don't try to change nobody. Don't try to make somebody be somebody else. All those are projects. Those are science projects. And you're not a scientist, so drop the science projects and just keep it real.
Okay. KT?
Honestly, how I feel is there's no such thing as a woman's expectations being too high. Period. To me, there's no such thing as a man's expectations being too high. If you step in that situations and you feel like the expectation is too high, then you shouldn't even be stepping up in the first place. So at the end of the day, like, everybody has the right to decide what they want, what they desire, what they deserve. And if that's something that just doesn't work for you, it just doesn't work for you. But why do we have to label that as being too high?
Okay.
Like, how are you valuing yourself by not having a high expectation?
Okay.
Ooh, question for you right quick.
Answer right quick. What's up?
Inside of that, if your expectations are as high, no matter who it is stepping up, should your backdrop of what you expect be equally as high or higher?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely should. In my opinion, it should be higher. If you come to the table and you have certain expectations, you should be able to meet that person not only in the middle, but be able to provide a little bit more than what you're able to expect or what you expect. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I'm not saying it's cool to be out here like, oh, I want this, and you ain't doing nothing but scratching your ass every day, not working, not following no dream, no career, no goals, no morals, no character. Like, we're not talking about that. Like, when it comes to that conversation, I can't even speak on that. I'm talking about for women.
So in turn, if you working every day, got goals, motivations, and all that, but still scratching your ass, is it cool?
But that don't even sound right in the same sentence. Listen, and what you just said right now, to me, it's one or the other. Either you doing it or you're not, because you can't do both.
Mhm.
I can't get up and do both. Well, what I do, I cannot get up and it doesn't work that way. Like, so either you doing one or the other.
Okay.
So that sounds like a whole lie.
So there's no ass scratching while you're on the job. Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm
It just means you gotta be smart. You gotta work smart, so that way you can scratch your ass in a professional manner and still be making bread and creating a legacy while doing so.
That's what I'm saying. If you still got everything tapped in, you handling your shit, if there's no ass scratching allowed.
We're not talking about that. How you just jump to the ass scratching, bro?
There's no room for ass scratching.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out when can you
It was
get
an analogy. It was
I'm
an analogy.
Okay, so let me answer me.
Ronnie over here, like, that's what you said, though. I'm like, it was an analogy. Like,
Okay, so answer
God
me.
Dang.
Answer me this. If it's your dude, your man, yo, ooh wee. If he need his ass scratched while he working hard, is you scratching his ass or can he scratch it?
How did we get here?
Okay,
how did we get here? For real.
Because you know I'm the goddamn silliest. Come on.
He can scratch it when he needs to scratch it, and if he can't, I got him.
All right, that's all I need to know. So there is room for ass scratching.
Yes, there's room for that. It was an analogy, sir.
Like, you can't make that decision without handling business first. It all goes hand in hand.
On the ass scratching. That's so important. How do we get stuck on ass scratching?
Right.
It could be as simple as a back rub.
Oh, God.
It could just be below the belt.
We just jump into the comments real quick. We have Lady Assassin. Hi, boo. She says, I definitely feel that men have high expectations of women as well, maybe even more so than women. Granted, some women go a bit far, but men tend to be harsh on their women, especially when their mom is the GOAT. However, I feel that if someone's expectations are too high, move around. Speak on it is what she said to us and spoke. And finally, she says there's someone out there for everybody. You don't have to meet everyone's expectation to be everyone's friend. That's how life works. Just move on to the next. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean,
assassin. So, baby, that's straight assassinating somebody.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say even the whole word. I think when we did the show, we broke down the whole word and all of that. Like, your expectations is what you expect somebody else to do. So that's going back to, if this is what I want and my expectations too high for you, just let me know and we go our different ways.
Right. Right. We getting there. Don't bring that one up yet. Wait. Cause so after we talked about all that, we then asked the question: are men really toxic or are they just misunderstood?
Yeah.
Both.
KT said both. KT said both.
But both. But why is that? But that's men and women. Like, what are we really talking about?
Okay, but elaborate how us men are both.
Are toxic or are both?
Both. You said both.
Okay. I mean, well, okay. If we want to talk about being toxic, I could give you an example. It could be a situation where a man has dealt with something within his childhood, and fast forward in being a father or being a husband, does not know how to interact in those situations because they have seen nothing but trauma and unhealthy situations growing up. So they never took the time to sit back and heal. They jumped right into a relationship. So everything that they seen growing up became what was normal to them, even though it was abnormal. So that's an example of being toxic. And what was the second one? Toxic and misunderstood.
Yes.
And then I honestly feel like men are really, really, really misunderstood because men don't talk as much as women do. Naturally, women are communicators and probably over communicators. You know what I'm saying? Like they speak about every emotion, every feeling. One thing that I learned a few years ago, which my pastor out here in LA, he said, and I will never forget it. He said, when you're dealing with the man, when it comes to a situation that he can't resolve, more than likely he's not going to speak about it. Because men are naturally meant to be protectors, providers, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't have the answer to it, why? But a woman to sit and talk about the situation they ain't got the answer to for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of men don't do that. So you really don't know how they feel unless you take the time to really ask and tap in, or unless you're really paying attention to the things that they're not saying. Nonverbal communication. So, but I could say the same thing about women. So that's why I say, listen, I'm gonna say both and all. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Evan says, Biggie says, stop flirting with him like that.
Oh, knock it off! Don't play now.
Brother, do you think men are toxic or they just misunderstood?
You know, I agree. Same thing, both. But we all got a little bit of everything in us.
Right. Okay. So we jumping back into the comments. Lady Assassin says she loves our camaraderie. Lord, I was supposed to fuck up that word. I had said it in my head and was about to fuck it up. Saying
Camaraderie.
Right. All right. And then she says anybody can be toxic. I'm toxic as fuck.
Wait a minute. You like bust the windows out toxic, or I'm gonna get even toxic.
Oh, now that's a big difference.
That's different.
Big difference. Big difference. Are you a bust the windows out the car, or I'm gonna get even toxic? Come in and let us know.
Stay tuned to season 2.
Right.
Listen, he got the cliffhangers all day. I love it.
Right. All right. So next up, after we got done asking if men were misunderstood, or toxic. I'm gonna say that. Wait, before we move into that, I'm gonna say that a little bit of both, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. When it comes to men being toxic, I agree with what KT said, as far as them not getting, working through what happened in their childhood, or perhaps they got with a woman who was already toxic herself, and he enjoyed that because perhaps that was some shit from his past. And together they became a toxic ass couple. Like, for instance, that Blueface and Christine girl, that is the most toxic shit on social media thus far. And it may just be all for the money, but I'm sorry, ain't no amount of money fits to make me be on social media getting my ass beat. She look like she on some shit every time she go live. Right. She got all these tattoos of this man. He's still sleeping around with somebody. That relationship is toxic as fuck. But they are both toxic. And then when you start looking on social media, and I only watch goddamn Zoe, shout out to him. Hopefully he'll ever catch the show one good time. But I always see where he talks about them. And every time it's more toxic on top of toxic. And it's like, bitch, when you done had enough, nigga, when you done had enough, he still goes to sleep with other females, and she acts the ass online and talk about he ain't leaving me, he this, that, and the third. Both of y'all are toxic. To me, that's some toxic shit.
And then to make a point about what y'all was saying,
That's their situation.
Right.
That's an instilled mindset. What I'm gonna say that it happens from back in childhood, back in the past in the Devil Hills, something he was exposed to the other time. That's an instilled mindset. That level of toxicity can be counted as toxic in his form.
So can you say that he can be toxic for the simple fact that he's misunderstood because we don't talk about our problems and don't talk about our issues?
Right, which is where I'll say, yes. There is a lot of misunderstanding that goes into a man.
On top of that, we're normally as toxic as you want to be.
Right.
We be with the shits.
Right.
This is where you want to go with this.
Then we're gonna go.
If you want to go there, we can go there.
Right.
I'm just saying that's normally that's not a good even thing with us. This is what
where
you
we
said.
at. Right. Right.
I'm up here and you ain't. Well, shit.
Right. So then that leads us to our 7th episode where we talked about what are the duties of men and women. the duties of men and women.
Look at everybody got quiet.
Right. Right,
Crickets.
right, you go first. You said something.
My bad.
You want me to go first? Fine, I'll go first.
Now we gotta let Brother go first. Brother, you gotta go first. He said something.
Look, I should have studied.
I mean, you can come up with your own, like you come up with a new set of duties, or we just recap it. What are the duties of men and women? What do you believe the duty of a man and a woman should be? They say when we go back to the Bible, y'all listen, we gonna talk about whatever on here. But when you go back to the Bible, it talk about, or old times, we ain't even gonna go to the Bible. Old times, it was always said that the woman was supposed to stay home. She was supposed to cook, clean, make sure the house was, good. The man go out and he get the bacon. He kill the pig, scrape it, and do all that, and bring home the bacon, the money. That was the old time.
That would say that times keep changing, so everything keep evolving. Back then, they were paying like $7 for rent. I mean, like, shit, we see them old pictures of they paying like 20 cents a gallon, for gas, and I know they wasn't making too much. Like, I think I seen some of my old people stuff. They making like $15-20 for a week. Like, oh, Hold on, my bad. It's loud.
The value of the dollar doesn't go a long way anymore.
At all.
Take a nickel to get the ice cream, man.
At all.
Not with a nickel. Half a candy.
Okay, so then we calmed it down, y'all, and we had a funny topic. And I had to ask y'all, was it okay, or why is it okay to be a hoe, or is it okay to be a hoe?
Yep, it's okay to be a hoe. If you're gonna be a hoe, be a good one. Make sure it's benefiting your ass. Shit.
I'm just saying, because your level of porosity has to be up there. Yes, I did. Just make that up.
Porosity.
Porosity.
I'm just saying, you can't be out there half horn.
You can't be out here horn and then turn around and want a relationship.
You ain't in it for the feeling. You in it for the feeling. What you in?
So wait, then it makes me ask, if a hoe got into a relationship, right? And then she decided to go out and sleep with somebody, right? So she cheated, right? But then she tell her man it didn't mean nothing. Maybe it did mean nothing to her hoe.
She made a commitment.
Maybe it didn't mean nothing to her. What if she got paid for that?
What about the shit that I'm doing?
What if she got paid for that?
Wasn't you outside before this?
But here's the thing: if that's what you was gonna go out and do, then you shouldn't be in a relationship in the first place.
You grew feelings for who?
Right.
Nah, because you ain't gonna do nothing to do this. Nah, I ain't gonna do this.
But then that lets me know you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So you already knew what you was getting.
You said if that happened.
But see, that means you just supposed to. It don't have to be multiple people.
All that's saying is you accepted the fact of the thousands of people she hit before.
Right. Right. Literally. All right. So then that brings us to one of my favorite topics that we talk about. Is there a such thing as being too straightforward?
Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but it is. And everybody can't take everything because everybody thought process ain't the same.
Mm-hmm. Which also determines who you should and shouldn't be fucking with.
Right.
I mean, shit. It ain't often that we say anything as we just said. So if I gotta say something, gotta tell you something, when you flake on me because you don't get it, not only does that draw back into being misunderstood, that draws back into listening and paying attention. And it also is saying, well, hey, I only told you because I thought you can handle it. You said you can handle it, that's why you here. We in this like that. If you don't understand, as I've said before, say something, ask questions, give me an explanation, but don't sit up there and flake on me because your thought process is hindering, you don't have one.
Oh, it is.
But because you ain't, on the flip side of it, we can't show up to the start of a relationship or start of meeting somebody with no flaky ass shit. They can't go up there half stepping, not being fed up about this and that and the other because women do research.
Facts.
Well, not all.
We are the research
It is a
queens.
severely small fucking world. Severely small. One person you might talk to might know her, and that's the other 1,000 people that everybody.
And you know something? That's the one thing I ain't never understood about men with their lives. Like, you gotta know a woman is gonna go searching. And we are the queens. We are like the lieutenants of FBI. So it's like lying to us. It's like, why not just be true? Say the shit up front. Say what it is, what it's gonna be, and like that was my whole ordeal during the show. I'd rather a person be straightforward with me than to lie. You lie to me, I have no respect for you. I don't care if I ask who stepped on that roach and you say it wasn't me, and you know it was. What the fuck you lie about for stepping on a roach?
Right. Unnecessary.
Right.
Which brings me back to saying, being straightforward, ain't no such thing as being too straightforward because if you lie about it or you not, you got to stand on all the bullshit you just copped to. And if you can't stand on it, from your lies, instead of saying you got this, but you ain't got that, or you got this, but not about that, and you just gas yourself up to be Jay-Z,
Mm-hmm.
but now you got to stand on Jay-Z money.
Right.
Where that's at. Oh, yeah, you can do this and do that, but where it's at. You got this car, you got that car, you live here, you live there. Can't never go there. You got some shit to deal with.
Yeah.
And if your situation ain't to the point to where you should be approaching another situation, don't.
Yeah.
Be straightforward with yourself first.
The cars,
That is true. Like I said, I will always say I'd rather a person be straight up with me, honest with me. If you don't like me, just say you don't like me, because guess what? I'm damn sure gonna let you know how I feel. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Ain't no.
If you're a lot of yourself, you're a lot of your mama.
Hell, if you're a lot of yourself, you're a lot of Jesus.
If you lie to yourself, you lie to anybody.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody safe.
At all. Period.
But stay tuned to season 2.
Another cliffhanger.
Right. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for season 2. So with that being said, right. With that being said, that led us to episode 10, where we asked, when is it okay to ghost somebody?
At the start.
You said to ghost somebody?
Yeah, when you think it's okay to ghost somebody. When is a good time to ghost someone?
When it's time for
I'm gonna tap out of this one.
No.
And I'm gonna have to go back because I think you said the same thing the last time.
I'm tapping out. Yeah. Y'all can have this one.
It's never good to ghost anyone.
I don't ghost people. I don't block people. I don't ghost. I don't understand that culture. That's why I said I'm tapping out. I don't get it.
Same here. I say if you gonna be straightforward, be straightforward. If you don't rock with me, don't rock with me.
Right.
That's energy that I don't have like at all. So it just is
right. In that episode, I did go and research. I did a lot of research for that episode, and it was shocking to understand everything And just for those
It
to
was levels to ghosting.
right, it was levels to
Mhm.
ghosting. Okay, make sure y'all go back and tune in. That was episode 10.
I'm just saying,
And-
during the show, it was more or less of what if you in a relationship and it become abusive?
Right. You know, but in ghosting, it can affect a person's mental state. Like people actually get a lot of depression from that. They even said it was better to be angry than to be depressed. So it's better to be angry with the person because they ass outside. Those were all the suggestions for the website that I mentioned on the show.
It should be left with no understanding.
Then to yes, that was true. So I think that was like really wow. But then we moved it up and we wanted to have a little fun night. So we did an episode 11. Brother, you actually missed us. This was me, Bad Decision Crew, Big E, Boss Man Ben, and KT held it down and we set the mood. We had an old school versus new school.
I got in trouble.
Not
Oh,
trouble.
Yeah, because remember what was that song you played? Yeah.
You gotta go there.
Yeah, KT, you made him have to go last.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes.
You can't be starting the show off like that.
Right. He
I
came
really
out.
don't know what I'm apologizing for because I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm just saying sorry.
So for the show, he ended up coming out with the isolate. You had told him he had to go last. So we did an old school versus new school with the music.
Oh, got you.
And then from there, we moved it on up to episode 12, where we talked about road rage.
Yeah,
Right,
another
man,
funny
road
show.
rage not any better?
Oh yeah. I'm good now. I'm riding now. I found me some little nice music to listen to.
Gotcha.
You know, the last few days I had some nice weather. Dropped the top on them boys, and I'm good.
Hey, was anybody crossing the street without supposed to be crossing?
Hey, they still do it, but I just look at them now like, okay, whatever.
Yo, why was somebody who was coming back from the drop or whatever, right? And as soon as the light turned green, this idiot decides to run out into the middle of the street to cross the street.
Yeah. I still don't understand why pedestrians think that they have the right of way. Even though I know in some situations you have the right of way, but this car weigh way more than you.
Be like, why do you want to risk it?
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even take the chance. Even if I got the light, I'm looking for it like, oh, hey, you good? Okay, I'm going to go now. I'm not just finna think you going to stop just because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, nah, I'm watching.
Right.
But I said that go back to being the kid. We ain't cross the street at crosswalks too many times, so we try and get across the street. You know, ain't no taking your time.
Yeah, you just gotta hear him get across.
You trying to hurry up and get across.
So then next we talked about friends and happiness.
Friends and happiness.
Friends and happiness. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that one too much either. That's kind of oh yeah, I kind of remember that.
Isn't that love and happiness?
Friends and happiness.
That's the remix. Come on now.
Wait a minute. Something going on. Someone's on my phone.
What time is it?
It's 9:00 in the night.
Yeah.
Talking
What
about
are you talking about?
how we can hit the club. Yeah.
What club is it?
Hey, have me a drink.
Club of man.
Yeah. The club. Yeah. Hey. Hey,
Drinks pouring all night. Wait a minute.
hey, gotta be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I'm a clock in on time. Yeah, didn't get no sleep. Looking at this customer. Hey. Yeah. It's official, y'all. These guys have been hanging out with me too long. We literally just remixed that whole song. That's all I'm gonna say. Next. Right, as terrible as we might be. But next, I have to say this statement has been something that Ben and I always use now. But it is the important. I mean, yeah, that's the second thing we say is fuck them kids. But the second thing we say,
hold on.
The second thing we always talk about is the importance of having a clear understanding.
It's very important.
It's the key.
It is the key.
It's the key.
The key to everything. Like, I'll put it like this. So I'll say this. Ben and I reconnected this month, to be exact, 1 year. And 6 months to this month we've been together. And in us reconnecting and all of that, the understanding has been very clear from start to finish. When we reconnected, it was me understanding where he was in his life. It was me understanding that he wanted to focus on himself. He wanted to pour into him because had no one poured into him. It was him focusing on him to get to who he wanted to be. That was me having to understand that. Huh? What you say? That I've been here? I didn't invite him. Yeah, he bit me. That was the agreement. Right. And so with that being said, I would say having a clear understanding is so important when whether you're having a friendship, a relationship, because he and I had a friendship before we had a relationship. And I don't feel as though if we didn't have a clear understanding and we haven't kept a clear understanding on everything, I don't think we'd be where we are today without that. So clear understandings are the best.
Just so y'all know,
we are. All of us.
Just not ever here.
Right. Ever. So Lydia says and jumped in and she said, I feel that it's appropriate to ghost someone when they've done something to deserve it. LOL.
But if they deserve it, let them know that they deserve it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Like, I can't fuck with you.
Stand on what you believe in.
If you feel that they did some fuck shit, then you let them know that they did some fuck shit. And
Put
you
them on
can't fuck
spot.
with them.
Put them on spot.
Yeah.
But then that poses a situation that, this person thinks that they still good with you, and they keep trying to get in touch with you. They don't know why you're not talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to let them know, I'm not fucking with you because of this situation right here, or whatever you said, or whatever you done.
But now you got to explain to Brandon why Tony keep calling you.
Right.
Mm.
I don't know him.
Right.
Stand on what you believe in.
They don't believe.
Right. So then we actually had a topic for this, but we talked on the gray area. And we were trying to determine if it was a lie or not when the guy had two women and the other woman asked him, what does she have that I don't? Was it a lie that he told her, or was it the truth?
He was straightforward.
He was straightforward. He told her what was up. Like, shit, my woman educated. She my security like it. You just somebody I hold on to who can fuck me good. Based off the picture, that's what we concluded, okay?
Now, I need you to go ahead and repeat it for me from earlier. Go ahead.
Which one?
You can have good top or good bottom.
Oh, yeah. You can have good top or good bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But what else?
Well, you can have, good bottom and bad top.
Or good bottom and bad top.
Or lose to the one who has both.
Or lose to the one who has both.
As we often get criticized, you can't have no good BB and Tanya and be a good man. Who else you talking to? No other crazy ass.
Hey.
You see what I gotta deal with you, just with you.
So with you saying that, E, it brought up episode number 16, which was who is more submissive, men or women?
I still say men.
Men, I say men too. Absolutely, men.
Ronnie, what's your vote? Men or women? Who more submissive?
Who's more submissive?
Yeah. Men or women?
Damn, I don't even know because I don't know too many submissive men, and I don't know any submissive women. So
you gotta go back and tune into the show because many hit you with the Google results, and
He answered it. He said he don't know no submissive.
I don't know about that.
Right.
Or too many submissive men, which means you know a couple of them. Just
Right.
Not no women. See?
Right. He did answer it.
Mhm.
So then that leads us to episode 17, to lead or not to lead. That was the question for episode 17. Can men lead? I broke it down on what it is for a man to lead in a relationship. Right. It was very situational.
Mhm.
We broke it down. So, do y'all feel with what we learned from that episode, or knowing that leading can be very situational? Do y'all still agree with that? Do you feel that, depending on the situation, the other person may just have to lead, the woman may have to lead, or the man?
That is as we asked that was the key to being the other person's strength. Leading is situational because of that.
Okay. Now, with knowing all of this,
Now, if your woman fight better than you,
if your woman fight better than you, you need to get some work. Brother just said that thing can be taught. Boxing classes. Boxing classes. That's what I'm gonna keep saying.
She gonna find out you take it in class. She gonna take the mother too. Why you sharpening your nuts like take your ass? You're gonna get in your head before you know it. Your ass go down.
Oh, Jesus. So then, with that being said, for episode 18, 19, and 20, and shout out to Raw Conversations because during that time we did do a crossover show with them. But we talked about where did we go wrong? Like as adults, children, with our children in today's society, where the fuck did we go wrong?
Great question.
Society has made most things afraid to be fucking parents. That's the nature of it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Scared to discipline, scared to whoop, scared to talk to your child and you got to, scared to make sure that anybody else fucking with your kid ain't fucking with them because people can tell you get away with shit. And then you have the other parents like me who just don't give a shit.
And be like, I dare you to tell.
Damn your rules. You can't whoop your child. Your ass is next to fucking in. And you getting whooping with the same belt. I'm not putting hands on.
Also, during that time, speaking of why you said that, we learned that parents should start teaching their children to not stare, to not I ain't gonna lie. This past week we were out, and it was this one little girl who just kept staring at me. Before I knew it, I was like, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing? You all right?" Her mama turned around and she was like, "Is everything okay?" "Yes, I was just speaking. Hey, girl." This other little girl, we wanted to the mall. This other little girl just kept looking at me, kept looking. I just smiled and waved. But I'm gonna start telling these kids, "What the fuck you staring at?" I'm gonna scare them one good time.
Well, see, that's easy. It's easy because
I'm a skirt one good time.
I'm already big and scary. I'd be like, yeah, what's happening there, homie? They'd be like, ah! You know, like,
I'm going to train them.
I'm a scared kid one day that's staring at me. A kid gonna be staring. Fuck you looking at.
Nah, I'm bullshit.
Gonna run up on the
Nah, look, I'm bullshit. My kids with me all the time. And y'all know my ass. What you staring at? Like, my ass stop for EJ gets started. Who looking? I sit down there.
That's a whole thing.
I gotta go stop this nigga. Where is he at? He over there by that boy. God damn it. He's like, don't you do?
Yeah.
Little ass here.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad with that because like we had went to the casino a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month now. And while I was like helping my mom get in the car, this Caucasian people, right, they was like they steady looking, and so my mama say, "What the fuck y'all looking at?"
No, mama didn't say that. Now,
listen, my mama was like, she was like, "What the fuck they looking at?" So I looked over, I say, "Y'all got a problem? Y'all want to help?" And they just like looking like, and I'm just sitting there like, you know, y'all really could just.
You know what? That reminds me of a funny story. Funny situation. So I had a 2005 Delon bitch had a motor in the window. Hit the window button by mistake, let the good down. Started raining hard, motherfucker. So I'm sitting at this light, waiting for the light to turn right. Motherfucker put up next to me and just staring, looking at me. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware my window stuck down. You want to get out and help me let this bitch up? And he was like, no, what's looking there? Nigga. Like, shit, I'm aware I'm getting soaked. Nigga. You got extra towel? Like, shit, come on, nigga, help out. Sit there and look.
I think that's what it is. When people just stares like, damn, if you see what I'm struggling with, help. Or
Help. Yeah, I know what I'm going through. Damn. You ain't gotta
you ain't gotta keep looking.
I mean, I pulled up to the damn air pump one time. That made the tire flat.
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. That's all you put in your hair in the mother.
No
I
shit.
appreciate it. God damn it.
So then we rounded up with episode 21, where we talked on the verbal warnings and red flags.
pay attention to them.
Actually, I didn't hear some words.
Be honest.
Right. You can be honest, stay straightforward, listen to what the person say. If those actions don't match up to what them words say, don't base it off of them actions. Because them actions ain't shit. Right. Your body language, how you move, how you operate, what you say, everything gotta match. For instance, if a person is telling you they don't want a relationship, but they still willing to fuck you, know that they don't want no relationship. They're just fucking you. That's number one. If a person say, I just want to hang with you, or I'ma kick it with a bunch of people and then they just hang with you, please don't think that they won't kick it with other people when you're not available. You're just available a lot, which is why they
not a lot. Why does that sound so bad?
It make it sound like this box is ready to go.
She said you're just available a lot.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, like to me, when it comes to people really paying attention, like I when I talk to people, it really does mind blow me when they start telling me stuff, and I'm like, but he or she said this, and they be like, but they were acting like this. That shit don't mean nothing. They said this. That don't change nothing to what they said. When they said this and they started acting like this, did what they say ever change? And then when they be like, no, they were still saying that. Okay, so what make you think because you was popping that pussy open and riding it like a Maserati that was gonna do something?
First of all, when you popping that pussy, it's a good. You can't say it when it's a bad thing. When it's a bad thing, you gotta say what makes you think you was giving that snatch up.
Give me the snatch.
Give me that snatch.
You can't get popping that pussy is a good thing. That's a talent.
Oh my gosh, Jesus.
Don't confuse it with the lesser of talent.
I mean, but here's the thing. The reason why she stuck like that, because she did pop that pussy open thinking, with that thinking that the dick he was laying the pipe on with that was suitable. She
Stay
paid
tuned to season 2.
right. Stay tuned. Right, another cliffhanger. Another cliffhanger.
I was waiting for it too.
She wanted the lead pipe and got PCDP.
And then we brought it home because we saw a post where someone was asking why men don't talk about their feelings. So our last episode last week, we talked on vulnerability. We talked about men expressing themselves more and talking more, and what does that all entail, and how do they go about the basis of being able to do it. And
No, it's still for me, like, go ahead, my bad, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say it's still when you really pay attention to all the topics, they just go together for the most part.
Right.
Men, when a man become vulnerable or he come to you, he being straight up with you, he being completely open with you. And I still say the same thing. Everybody can't take a man being open and honest with you. So that's why most men keep most stuff in they pocket, deal with what they deal with and keep it going.
Which is also why we came to the saying that if that woman was in that position, made the choice to be in that position to be the rock, the backbone, the support, all of that, you have to be ready for whatever comes with that, because the decision that he made to confide in you, if you can't, somebody else will get that information. And if nobody else, don't ever let him ride alone. Don't do none of that shit. Every time you hear him say he's good, whatever the case may be, can't leave him alone. Even if you don't understand word for word of what's happening, if you in that position, that's still your, as we like to say, duty and responsibility to be there for the downtime. If you're not going to be there for that, what was the whole point of it? You ain't got to handle every word. Pay attention to the emotions. You get a lot more with your eyes than you do with your mouth.
I was going to say something, but never mind.
You know what?
I said never mind.
Just because your thought waves just bounced off the wall.
Stay tuned for season 2.
I'm going to say, but that's you, though.
It is me. That's the part that y'all have to understand.
I hadn't even heard you say it anymore.
Oh, just suck a dick nigga quick. Oh, brother.
Minnie.
That's it, that's all.
That's it, that's all. Thank y'all.
Yes. Thank y'all. Like, for real, brother, thank you. You shot the idea to me, and I was like, let's go.
Yeah, it's the team thing.
Thanks.
We all trying to get you where you're trying to get to.
Thanks. And I love it. Solid. I love each of y'all for that. Because I can say, listen, season 3 of Kelly J platform, of the platform itself, this will be our official season 3 of the platform. And let me say, the way we're coming back next year.
Organized chaos.
Stay tuned for season 2.
Stay tuned for season 2 of Brotha. The all new series of the Kelly J Show will be dropping next year. Bad Decision Crew is dropping next year. Y'all got to see the little pilot of our show this year. You got Raw Conversation that airs on here. make sure y'all tune in because we have a lot of big things coming. Big
Mhm.
things. Ronnie, KT, I want to thank y'all so much for the love, the support that y'all have shown on the platform itself. We greatly appreciate the Cali love. We look forward to doing so much more with y'all.
Well, you know, on our end, it's genuine love. You don't find enough people with integrity. You know what I'm saying? Honesty, character, and all of that. You just don't find that. So when you find it, it's a natural connection. Like y'all are second family. So know that. And I don't like the whole crew says the same thing. It's not just me saying it. Ronnie just stepped away to do his single parent ish, right now.
Yeah.
But it's definitely our whole team. Anytime we talk about you guys, it's always 1,000% love.
Facts. Biggie, Bossman Ben,
What up?
thank y'all, brother. Thank
I just
all
want to
three.
say one more thing. I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
For the listeners, it's 23 episodes. Send in the email. Let us know if anything that we said in those 23 episodes helped you in any kind of way.
Yes.
We would like to know. We don't want to feel like we're just saying all this for no reason. We want to know if everything we said helped somebody.
Yes.
Reached out to somebody. Did it make sense to you?
Yes.
Something that was very unclear to you. Did we get through to you? Let us know.
And if you have
We want everybody to have a clear understanding.
They understand it, right?
If you got any ideas for a topic on the show, might be something you're going through, something you heard, something you've seen.
Right.
By all means, send it in.
Right. Y'all already know, like always, definitely email us at kellyjtv@gmail.com.
And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, same email.
Thanks.
Also, just know it's still no holds barred though. I'm on you.
Right.
On your ass.
Oh, yes.
Or you get raw, real, and uncut.
And although we're gonna be ending the season of Brother next week on Thursday. KT, y'all make sure y'all come back. We got a special next week that we'll be doing, but make sure y'all come back for our second season.
We got you.
And although we'll still be doing like recap of shows. You guys can still make sure you're on the channel to watch, but still be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And do what, Big E?
Smash that motherfucking bell.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be shooting random ass videos of ignorant shit too.
Hey, like we're gonna have stuff that's gonna be on the platform all throughout the month of November and December. We got some road trips we're gonna be taking, stuff like that. So we'll definitely keep the channel hot and popping. Y'all will start seeing some different changes. Brother, should we tell them or should we wait?
Stay tuned for season 2.
Oh, well, brother, with that being said, that's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Hey, that's it. That's all. Well, y'all, we love y'all. We thank y'all. And brother, we out.
We out.